What's good? What's good? Well, this is another episode of Mike and Ant podcast. We're on the air on this Tuesday. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Chilling, bro. Disappointed after last night's game, but I'm feeling great though. I'm feeling great. Rams at the top of the NFC, man.
Yeah, and I guess Vegas they know something that we didn't because I said that 7.5 was way too much and that Carolina would be able to cover, but the
Uh,
Lions for the most part dominated.
yeah,
And if it wasn't for Brock Purdy, they probably would have blew him out by like
yeah.
40.
I want to say Brock Purdy got the win last night, but he played himself out of a job. Cause one more game like that,
Oh
I
yeah,
thought we was gonna see Mac Jones enter that game last night.
I did like Kyle Shanahan's response though. 'Cause they had asked him like, oh, so Brock threw 3 interceptions in the first half. What are you gonna tell your quarterback? He's like, nothing. He just needs to throw the ball on time.
Yeah, being honest. And the thing too is like that's I feel like the yesterday was exactly the opposite of what Mac Jones can do. And Mac Jones, I feel like if what I seen last night was Brock Purdy seeing ghosts of Mac Jones, who Mac Jones coming over his shoulder, and he was trying to he was throwing irregular passes that he typically wouldn't, because I feel like he was trying to make plays so bad, right? Now, when Mac Jones was playing, the things that he could do well, which Shanahan wanted is the drop sequences, get the ball out fast, go through your read fast, release the ball. He doesn't take much chances. That's where they was crashing with the Patriots. Like if it's there, you take it. But Shanahan really just wants to play the dink and dunk game. You know how he moves. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's McCaffrey, Kittle, whether it
Yeah,
was
he's
Debo.
he's pure. He's pure West Coast offense
Yeah.
defense.
And Mac Jones is a pure West Coast offensive quarterback, right? So
Yeah.
there's the marriage. Brock Purdy was playing what I would say maybe too much confidence last night. And I think that after that third interception, there was another one where he put right, or maybe two more that he put in Panthers defenders' hands. And I think if one more of those would have been taken, and or if the Panthers would have scored and not thrown their own interception in the end zone, I think we would have seen him get benched. I think he was one more bad pass away.
See, I think he knows that Brock Purdy's like Kyle Shanahan's like wife, the girl he married, but then he bumps into like his girl that he's been trying to hook up with since high school. Now all of a sudden they rekindle, they get close,
Yeah,
and the wifey starts getting a little insecure because she knows that the other chick from high school that's the woman of his dreams.
yeah,
And Kyle Shanahan right now got the woman of his dreams, Mac Jones. He been wanting Mike Jones since he came out of college.
yeah. Yep, it is crazy all that we just said. The 49ers actually won this game.
Yes,
But
they did.
but we gotta we
Because
gotta
Bryce Young was like, "Hold my beer."
yeah, for sure, for sure. But it'd be a disservice to not speak on what Purdy was doing last night. It didn't look good. McCaffrey got his revenge game. Kittle, I mean, he's not slowing down. I do want to touch before I get to even Panthers and stats and stuff. What's up with the NFL players spitting, throwing? Now they're throwing uppercuts
Yeah,
to
hitting
Johnson.
niggas in the balls.
Yo, bro, like what is going on here? Like I
Yeah,
feel
yeah. I guess
Jennings why he
these
flipped out.
these Gen Zs, man, they just didn't grow up like that.
Yo, listen, I fully understand why Jennings was going crazy. They was trying to take his babies before he had them. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, come on, man, you got to chill with that.
And the
But
NFL was quick. They suspended them today.
yeah, I mean, I don't. It's almost like these people forget the cameras are on them. It's like even if you in the crowd, they'll catch somebody spitting on somebody. It's
Yeah,
like you're in the game, bro. Like you're getting paid
that's what I
way.
was saying about Jamar Chase. Like he said he didn't do anything. I was like, ain't no way Jalen Ramsey's gonna hit you for no reason. Like you had to spit on him.
Well,
And then hold and behold, the cameras caught him spitting. And
yeah.
Jalen Ramsey was telling the truth.
The
Jamar Chase
only
was lying.
the only thing because I thought about it, and we should have definitely dropped a video on that, but I'll touch on it and then get back on topic. Um, only one thing I could say that if he didn't spit, which you see the spit is, I mean, is he one of those people that when he talks, he spits? Like, I know some people when they start yelling, it's like, watch out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I maybe he was, yelling at him and it just looked like, I don't know. But I definitely seen the spit come out and hit Ramsey right in his chest. He actually reacted late. If you look at it, it's almost
Yeah,
like he,
he's probably in shock. Like
yeah,
this
and you
motherfucker
could see
hasn't.
it. He's like, "What?" Like, I
Yeah,
think he was confused. Like, hold on, bro. but to get back on topic, um, Bryce Young, man, after his best game of his career, 400 and like 40 plus yards. I What was it? Four touchdowns. He had a great
yeah,
game last week, right? And then follows it up by probably his worst game of his career. Like last week, people were saying he turned the corner. This week, people are asking if the experiment's over. It's that big of a gap between these two
yeah.
games.
I even seen some people say that he's not even a franchise quarterback. Like he's gonna be like a career backup.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he has potential, and like it's another one of those things. Like for example, if they gave up on him and I'm not saying they are now, just say they gave up on him last year when they benched him and they sent him to good old Sean McVay for like a fifth round pick or something, he'd probably be our franchise quarterback. Like that's all I'm saying. Like he has the traits, he is undersized. A lot of this because he has deficiencies, a lot of stuff is gonna fall on coaching with him. It's you gotta lanes, intermediate routes. It's kind of like things that they would do for Drew Brees, and they'd open up the over the top. Like Sean Payton could work with him, lovely, I guarantee it. But the Panthers, do I have confidence that they'll bring in the right guy or they have the right guy to coach him to be the number elite. He's the number one pick in the draft. So my answer to that would be no. And have I seen enough from him to think he could be a franchise quarterback? My answer is no.
I mean, I think Dave Canellis has the team heading in the right direction. But as far as the quarterback itself,
Yeah,
I mean, right now he has to be the weakest link. And I don't know if Canellis is an offensive guy or not. I gotta do some research on him. But yeah, I mean, the Panthers are playing better starting from the end of last year and then this year. But yeah, Bryce Young, he has to improve. And I don't know if you're the Panthers, do you ride it out with Bryce Young, or do you do what the Colts did and just sign a veteran to like a 1 2 year deal
I think
and
they
see if
got
he
one.
can get over the top.
And Andy Dalton didn't look good last time he went out there, but I mean,
Yeah, when Bryce Young was out with that concussion, Andy Dalton didn't play well.
I know, but I've seen Andy Dalton play well. I think Andy Dalton probably is one of the top echelon backups in the NFL. Got to at least be top seven, something like that. But once again, it's the Panthers. But I do want you to run off the stats, how whichever order you want. If you want to start with the quarterbacks or whatever, and then we'll get into the score of the game, etc.
All right, so yeah, the Niners won the game 20-9. It should have been worse than that.
Yeah,
But yeah, start off with the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young completed 18 of 29 passes for 169 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. Rico Dow only was their leading rusher, but he only had 6 carries for 38 yards. So the Panthers really didn't even try to run the ball.
yeah,
They were very one dimensional. And then Rico Dow was also their leading receiver as well, 4 catches for 36 yards.
yeah,
For the Niners, Brock Purdy, 23 of 32, which is pretty good. But the bad part was he only threw for 193 yards, so a lot of dink and dunk. And he threw one touchdown, but did throw 3 picks, as we mentioned earlier. Christian McCaffrey was their leading rusher with 24 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. And George Kittle was their leading receiver with 6 catches, 78 yards.
yeah. Um, I do want to give props to the Panthers defense because they did everything they could to fight this game. I think Horn had two interceptions, and somebody else had an interception. But Horn is
The
special.
Horn son.
Yo, listen, he's special, bro. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like He's out there locking things up. He's like usually they'll clown cornerbacks and say the reason why they're cornerbacks because they can't catch. They have all the attributes to be wide receiver. They just can't catch. Just a joke. It's an inside joke because obviously some of them can catch.
Yeah.
But Horn has the hands of a wide receiver playing DB.
Well, yeah, he gets it from his dad. His
It's
dad was
crazy.
a great wide receiver.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, I gotta like that's. I mean, I wouldn't at the beginning of the year. I would have said a bunch of names, but right now, if I could take one cornerback to go to our team, it'd be that guy right there. That guy's special.
Yeah,
Like,
he is.
he's
Carolina. I mean, like I said, Carolina, they got something going. I just don't know if Bryce Young's is the quarterback for them. Now, I will say that right now they have to be the favorites to win that division, especially with Baker out.
yeah.
I still haven't heard a word on. We'll talk about it later. I still haven't heard any word on what exactly the injury was, but it doesn't look good.
It's like a torn labrum or something. I'm
Yeah,
not. I don't think it's not gonna be good for them. Panthers had a good chance to win this game had they after that first Horn interception not thrown their own interception. Like you said, pause, hold my bear for a
yeah,
second. Said pause the TV. Yo, hold my bear. I got you. Threw one right in the end zone to the other team. Right. So had they not did that and they scored, I think this game would have been different because the Panthers would have been able to run the ball. They just weren't capitalizing, but the defense did everything it could to try to win this game. And shout out to the 49ers defense because I mean, they're a big reason why they won this game because Purdy did everything in his power to lose the game.
yeah.
Um, but with that being said, you have anything you want to add to these two teams?
Uh, All thing I'll add is I think the Niners uh will make the playoffs. We'll talk about the playoffs season a little bit later,
Yeah,
and then I think the Panthers will also make the playoffs. I think the Baker Mayfield injury is going to be help them win this division as
yeah.
weak as it is, and then for the Niners, they're not going to catch the Rams, but I could definitely see them be a wild card team, but they'll probably be one and done.
Yeah, I could see three teams out of our division making it for sure. At the same time, after watching what I watched yesterday, the Niners probably ain't that far from falling apart either. So it's like if this QB carousel has to go back and forth and say they do put in Mac Jones and then he doesn't look good, this could get ugly quick for them. But it's the Niners. I have, you know, heavy faith, even though I can't stand them, that Shanahan will figure out what to do. He somehow always does. So I don't think there's no way they miss the playoffs.
Yeah, about to say, and speaking of Mac Jones, I don't think he's had a bad game yet.
Oh, he hasn't. But you know how when it gets into these situations and they're both over each other's shoulder,
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if they bench Purdy and the first time we see Mac Jones, he starts playing like Brock Purdy because now they're just both, it's like they know that it's like you're on the leash is very short. So it just like when Mac Jones was out there playing carefree and Purdy wasn't even suiting up, is a little different between when he says, "That's a terrible pass, Mac. I'm putting Purdy back in." You see what I'm saying? So I feel like they could end up in a situation where they stop bouncing quarterbacks back and forth and they drop some games that they probably shouldn't drop.
I don't know. I think if Kyle makes the change, he ain't going back to Brock.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
Mac, that's his boo.
yeah, I believe if he goes back to Mac, then Brock
Mac,
Purdy will be
Mac
on.
Jones is Kyle Shanahan's version of Dylan Gabriel when it comes to Kevin Stefanski.
Put it like this, man. I just say that Brock Purdy could potentially get the Jared Goff treatment. Is all I'm saying. And they wouldn't even want a quarterback back. Just saying that they paid you and then they slayed you out the door. Like I don't know. I mean, but I believe. I guess one thing I will add too is we both said don't pay him that contract. Like I don't know why they did it. So you reap what you sow. But you want to let them know where to find us, my brother?
Yeah, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music.
Yes,
And
sir.
also make sure you check out our YouTube channel. I think we only need 14, 15 more subscribers,
Yeah.
and
Free
we're
giveaway
almost
too.
yeah, we're
Free
almost
giveaway.
there. And then you can follow us too on Twitter/X. Um, well, our handle is at the bottom of the screen, but I don't know if you guys can see it. But for Mike, it's at Bomb Squad 508. For me, it's at Expected Ant. And also, too, scan the QR code. And when you do, you get type in Mob Squad 508, get 10% off on all Doobie Energy products.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the sponsor. And that could give you when you know you gotta wake up and run your 1 mile jogathon, whatever you decide to do. Fire up your cup of W energy, you're good to go. But I'll see you in the next video, brother.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.